Hey, what up guys, this is Anthony, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use or to set up Google Analytics when you deal with an app based on Angular. So I want to show you on this website. We're on the high-level website. If I click get a quote, I go on a subdomain, and then if I click that button, there is actually no hard reload. So I'm going to show you because I already filled the form. So here Google Analytics fired once because the page had to load once in the app, but then when I click continue here, even though I see a new page as a user, there's actually no hard reload of the page. This is just data being appended to the URL. So how do we go around that? Well, we create a trigger that we're going to use for our Google Analytics tag, and that trigger has to be an history change type of trigger. I usually customize it with the page host name. That way I know I'm only tracking on that particular subdomain I'm working on, and it's pretty great to do that if you work, for example, with two environments, one production and one testing or stuff like that. That way you know you're only firing that tag on that subdomain, which is the one that's live. So then you wanna save that. So I usually call that URL route change. I'm gonna give it a number 2 because I already have one. I'm just creating that one for the video. And then you're gonna want to create your tag for Google Analytics. So you would start as you usually do it, create a Google Analytics tag, and then as a trigger, you're gonna want to use the URL route change, history change that you created. But you also want to use the old pages, because remember, the first time you land on the app, there is this one is going to trigger Google Analytics, and then later on this one is going to take over. So I'm going to give it name of test. All right. Oh, I didn't check the ID. So I use a variable to store the Google Analytics ID, so I hope you're doing the same. So something I noticed though is sometimes on the first page in the Angular app, some tags tend to fire twice. So the way around it that I found is in that particular change, history change, I usually add another thing that I call page path. Where is it? Page path. And then here I remove the actual first page. So here, if you go back to the app, on the first page when it loads, I know, for example, this one is pretty unique. It's not gonna show up on the other pages. So I take that and I paste that. That way I know that my Google Analytics will fire on the first load of the page, thanks to the trigger called all pages. And then after that, as the user goes down the funnel, this history change trigger will take over, and Google Analytics will trigger all the way till the end of the funnel, which is exactly what we want. All right, so I hope that helped you, and if you have a question, just leave it under the video. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye.